Hello, what's up? Bonjour. You're listening to tape 4 of Beginning French for Bros. It's like Rosetta Stone, but for guys. On this tape, we'll be learning about one of the fundamental rules of the French language. Nouns have gender. This is one of those simple but foreign concepts that can easily trip up English-speaking bros who are just starting out. It's okay, fellas. That's why I made this tape. You'll be relieved to hear that there is an easy-to-learn 3-step process that can be used to determine the gender of almost any noun in the entire French language. It goes as follows. Step 1. Say the noun aloud in English. Step 2. Imagine the noun in your head. Step 3. Ask yourself, would I fuck that noun? If the answer is, ew, gross, no homo, then the noun is masculine. If the answer is anywhere on the spectrum from, yes, absolutely, my pants are around my ankles, to, well, then the noun is feminine. It's as simple as that. Let's try an example. Take the noun chair. Step 1. Say the noun aloud in English. Chair. Step 2. Imagine the noun in your head. Do you see it? It can be any type of chair. Step 3. Ask yourself, would I fuck that chair? Voila! The answer is, of course, yes. You would absolutely fuck that chair. So it must be feminine, because no homo. And indeed it is. In French, chair is la chaise. La chaise. That's a sexy noun. Now let's take a quick break from the lesson for the Beginning French for Bros trivia of the day, brought to you by Muscle Milk. Did you know that Shakespearean verse lines have gendered endings as well? For example, to be or not to be, that is the question, is one of the most fuckable lines in the English canon. Any man would be lucky to fuck this line. And indeed, it has a feminine ending. Ha! Billy Shakes was a bro too. Thanks for the trivia, Muscle Milk. Muscle Milk. It's like breastfeeding, but for guys. Now, back to the lesson. Let's look at one of those rare exceptions to the gender rule. Take the noun bagel and apply the 3-step process. Bagel. Imagine it. Maybe it's a cinnamon raisin bagel. Ask yourself, would I fuck that bagel? The answer is, of course, yes. It has a warm, soft hole that would feel great against my penis. In fact, many of you bros may be fucking a bagel as you're listening to this tape. That's dope. If you encounter one of these curveball situations in which you realize you would absolutely fuck a masculine noun, like a bagel or a grapefruit, do not start having doubts about your status as a no-homo bro. Do not tell anyone, and do not do anything rash. For instance, and I'm totally just spitballing here, do not go out and buy a pair of slimmer-fitting pants just to see how they feel around your well-toned thighs. And do not drunk call your oldest childhood dude friend and come clean about the time that you guys had a sword fight with your penises in the shower when your parents were out seeing Castaway at the multiplex. Definitely do not drive 14 hours to your childhood home in Delaware and confront your parents about your sexuality, only to be yelled at, given the number of a priest, and then checked into a local Motel 6 down by the railroad tracks because your parents are worried your gayness might get on the sofa. And above all, do not spend every weekend all summer long recording a series of beginner French language tapes as a veiled cry for someone, anyone, to hear you and help you and love you for the person that you are inside. This concludes tape 4 of Beginning French for Bros. Move on to tape 5 to learn how to use the mysterious subjunctive tense, language's clitoris.